The vice president will also travel to North Carolina this week. On Wednesday, he's going to visit a school near Raleigh to see how school choice works. That school is allowing parents to send students in person or online. And here closer to home, CMS getting ready to welcome students back to the classroom for 2 weeks. We're learning how many parents will not take the risk of their kids going in person at all. Parents had a choice to opt into Plan C, which is solely remote learning. Today we learned more than 52,000 students are registered for the Remote Learning Academy. Each district is handling this differently. For instance, Cabarrus County School Board voted last week to make remote learning the only option. While many parents are on board, some other parents are not, including one mother who has a son with special needs. Our Deshawn Brown is joining us live tonight. Deshawn, that mother told you that her son has some needs that remote learning simply cannot provide.
Erica, he does. He has a form of autism that does not allow him to speak for himself. And she said that's why it was even more important that she speak up for him, but really not just for her son, any student with a different set of learning needs.
I'm not asking for him to be at school all day. I'm not asking the school to be my babysitter.
Erica Clark is sitting here as a mother concerned for her 8-year-old son. Jediah was diagnosed with a form of autism and requires a specific learning plan called an IEP tailored just for him. Needs his mother says are not being met remotely.
Ever since COVID and school, going out, he hasn't begun any of that. We tried it, but he has ADHD. He's not going to sit still in front of a computer. And even if he did sit still in front of a computer, there's techniques and things those children need to learn on a one-on-one basis.
Her frustrations were only magnified when the Cabarrus County School District, where he attends school, announced it would operate under the governor's Plan C, which means all remote learning all the time.
He needs speech therapy. I can't give him that. He needs occupational therapies. I can't give him that. If they can't give it to them in a school setting, then they need to be able to give it to them in a clinical setting. It's their right.
Tonight, when I checked with the board chair for the district, he told me this is an issue the administration is looking into. I also spoke with the interim director for the Children's Law Clinic from Duke University, who offered this advice for parents like Clark.
And the first thing that all parents who have children with disabilities and require an IEP should know is that they still retain their special education rights during a pandemic.
The director also laid out 3 key questions to consider. Can the IEP still be delivered as written, which for some might be possible remotely? Is there a change to the frequency of services, which is something that could be addressed with an addendum, but she says if there is a substantial change to the student's learning plan, it might be time to request a meeting about their IEP with the school or district.
Even though a school may be remote for all children or most children, if a child with disabilities needs in-person instruction to receive an appropriate education, there can be accommodations for that through the IEP.
So it's not even just autism, it's any type of learning disability that takes that extra time, that extra concentration, that extra care. Those children need certain things above and beyond a computer.
Deshawn, she raises a number of important questions. Deshawn, parents who have questions about their child's IEP, of course, should start with their school or their district, but you also found another resource for them, too.
Erica, there is a help center focused on helping parents with exceptional children. We pull that resource. We will post the website and phone number on our website, but I will share the number with you now if you want to jot this down. That number to their helpline is 1-800-962-6817. That's 1-800-962-6817. And that helpline is available for parents with questions or who are looking for direction to assist with issues just like this. Erica.
Deshawn, thank you. It's an issue that is every school district has in America trying to balance. According to national data, 7.1 million students in 2019 received special education. That is 14% of public school students.